Taurus, it's Nick. How are you? I hope you guys are doing good. Happy birthday to you guys. Let me know in the comments if it's your birthday this week. Happy birthday to you. So this is the second week of May, so we're covering the 9th till May 15th. And this week, guys, on the 10th, we have Mercury in Gemini that's going to be going retrograde until June 1st. So things can kind of slow down a little bit. It can bring up some delays, but at least since you know ahead of time, you can kind of prepare, leave some wiggle room if you need to attend a special event or you have a presentation, a meeting, or some big plans or travel or anything with cars, transportation. You want to make sure you get it handled maybe beforehand if possible. But it's nothing to be afraid of. It doesn't mean like the world is going to stop, but it just could slow things down a little bit. But if you're prepared ahead of time, you leave extra room. If you need to go somewhere, just leave a little bit extra early. You should be okay for the most part. On the same day, we have Jupiter moving into Aries. So this is giving us like liquid courage, I guess, to like do what we want and be ourselves, which I think can do us all a lot of good. Also keep in mind that the sun is conjuncting the North Node at this time, this month, and in Taurus, in your sign, and also Uranus, I believe, is still in Taurus. So you guys are going to be feeling this the most. There are big changes happening, and maybe you've already been feeling that. It's like overwhelming. You're like, what the heck is going on? Everyone, generally speaking, is feeling this in some area of life, but especially you guys are probably getting hit hard. So don't be surprised if you feel like everything is changing and unpredictable and like you don't know what to expect. You're so uncomfortable, like what the heck? I've never done this before. I've never experienced this before. It's all fated. It's destined. So destiny is calling all of us. Don't fight against it. Go with it. Allow yourself to experience. Do the best you can with whatever circumstances you have. But just know that like you got to get comfortable with change right now because we're all being forced to go through changes right now. So the more you resist, the harder it's going to be. So just try your best to focus on the things that maybe you can control. You have a little bit of say in, and the stuff that you can's out of your hands. Just go with it. Do the best that you can. All right. But everyone's life is changing right now. And we're kind of being pushed in a different direction, which I know can be really scary, but I think we're going to see the light at the end of the tunnel very soon. All right, and then on the 15th, we have Ceres, the asteroid, moving into Cancer. So this is bringing more like attention and focus around like home and family and us wanting to be more responsible for these things or feeling like we need to be more responsible around these things. So just something to keep in mind. All right, so we're going to be covering a little bit of health, work, and love. I'll have a link to the extended reading below in the description box if you're interested afterwards, okay? All right, my beautiful Taurians. When it comes to your health, it feels like things are moving along, whatever that means. It's like you're moving forward, or you're going to have more confidence, or going to be feeling better, or maybe you have just more energy. You're feeling good about yourself, or you're going to be feeling a little bit better than how you were feeling if you were sick or if you had an injury or anything. Things are moving along, and also your kidneys and your bladder are being highlighted. So make sure you're going to the bathroom and you're peeing when you need to. You're not holding it in. And if you are drinking lots of water, make sure you are flushing everything out and you're not like just trying to hold it all in, or you have like a restroom maybe close by if you're doing like a cleanse or a juice cleanse or detox or anything like that. But things are moving along really well. You could also be going to visit, or maybe you're going to be seeing home, family or friends, or like go back home or something. You could also be doing or getting into some like family home traditions, maybe cooking or your auntie's recipe or your great grandmother's recipe, or doing something, or visiting or getting some home cooked meals. Like maybe you're going home and your mom's cooking you some meals, or you're going to be making some home cooked meals this week, and that's going to make you feel really, really good, or just kind of like very comfortable. But it just feels like things are moving along. And if you had any problems with your health, it feels like this week it's not going to be as intense, or you'll be feeling a lot better and things are going to be like advancing forward, or you're going to have more confidence, like, ooh, okay, like I'm feeling really good. I could do this or I could do that. And you could be moving around a lot. Maybe you're going to be moving around or walking a lot or driving a lot, or you're trying to be more active, or you're going to be more active than usual. There could be a Cancer that person or Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or energy around you that is influencing you or helping you, or is like being your DD, like your driver, like helping you get to places. Okay. All right. And then when it comes to your work, school, career, and finances, there could be temptation around your workplace, or you could be the temptation for someone. I'm kind of getting, for some of you, you can have a boss who has a crush on you, or maybe you have a crush on your boss or manager or something, or CEO. But I feel like there's like some temptation here or distractions. Like someone could end up favoring you or like give you a little extra attention, or kind of give you better, or like favor you in some area because they like you, or because they have a crush on you, or they like fantasize about you. I don't know, or maybe you are the one that's doing that for someone else, but I kind of feel like someone has a crush on you, or secretly like having some thoughts, or like you distract them. But there could be some distractions here, or like too much focus maybe on like material or possessions, money, status, fame, stuff like that. So you just want to make sure you catch yourself. I'm not saying you're like that. I know most of you probably are not like that, but it could be something that could deter you from your mission, deter you from your journey and what you're doing. It's like you start something and you have good intentions, but then you get kind of like blindsided by like the money and the fame and all that stuff, and you start to lose track of like maybe who you are or like your purpose. So you just want to be mindful of that this week, because there could be someone that's shining something in front of your eyes, like, ooh, don't you want this? I can give you this, but it may come with the price. It may mean you have to sacrifice something or do something that you usually wouldn't do, or maybe is not really true to you, or doesn't fall with your morals, your values. So I guess it's you gotta have to, I guess, use your own discernment. But there could be some distractions or temptations, or someone that may want to like mold you or change you in a way to fit their needs or fit their agenda, or they just like you and have a crush on you, but are making it seem like, oh, you're the best in this, but really they just want to like get close to you. So just be careful with that. And any temptation, like don't lose sight of yourself. Don't get so obsessed, or want to paint this image or care so much about like money, fame, status, that you forget like why you're doing something, or like the most important stuff. Not that you do, okay? Like I know most of you are not like that, but it can be easy, in this world to get like lost in the rat race and feel like, oh, I have to do this, I have to do that, and then you end up like sacrificing. You feel like you're selling your soul, and like it just drains you, So just be mindful of that, because there could be a lot of like maybe opportunities around you, or things that can maybe seem like make your life easier, but you may feel like it's like really like you're sacrificing, or like selling your soul, and then at the end you just don't feel good about it, and you don't want to feel like that. This energy could be coming from a Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or you could be working with a Capricorn, or maybe your boss is a Capricorn, or your employee, or someone you work with, or a professor. It could be a professor. I've seen professor students love relationships like that before too. All right, so just be mindful about that, guys. All right, so when it comes to your love, relationships, and dating, on your side we have the Knight of Swords, Page of Swords, and the Eight of Swords. Okay, so you're really in your head this week. You're really, really in your head, thinking a lot, maybe overthinking, overanalyzing. It's maybe it's giving you a little bit of a hard time right now. It's like you want to say something, but you don't want to say it, or you don't know how to say it, or you're like afraid to say it. Gives me that kind of energy. Or you like don't feel safe, or you don't feel worthy, or like it's gonna matter. On this other side, for this other person, this can be the past, present, or future situation, or all three, all the above. We have the Six of Pentacles, the Star, and Death. Okay, so as far as who you could be dealing with, it could definitely be a Libra, Aquarius, or Scorpio. Okay, Libra, Aquarius, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Doesn't have to be, could be any sign, or it could be like a mixed match of any of those signs, or be the energy that this person is embodying or playing out. Okay, but Libra, Aquarius, Scorpio could be someone you're dealing with. What's going on here? So like I said, you're like very in your head. I think maybe you are with this person, or maybe you're talking to this person, or you want to talk to this person, but they're super sweet. I feel like they're very nice. They're very generous, very giving, very loving. They seem to have a lot of great qualities about themselves that you really like, or that you would want in a person. So maybe you've liked this person before, or you've had a crush on them. They seem to be someone who is really helpful, likes to give back. Maybe they volunteer, they help in charity, or they like to help people around them, from a good place. And they seem to have a good balance in their life. Maybe they have a healthy lifestyle, they take care of themselves. Maybe they're very health conscious, or they eat very clean, all about whole food, or like plant-based, or they just eat very healthy. Maybe they have like a healthy lifestyle, or they're really into like fitness and being healthy, stuff like that. And you admire them, or it feels like you have a lot of, or you get like kind of anxious, a little bit nervous around them, but you want to talk to them all the time, and they're very sweet with you. I think they're really, really nice. Could also be someone who wears like a necklace, or maybe you wear a necklace. And I think that this person has something unique about them. There's something unique that stands out about them. It could be the way they look, the way they speak, the way they talk, the way they do something, their ideas. Maybe they are very kind of like out there, like something's different about them. They can also be someone who is famous. Maybe they're well known, or they're well known in their community, school, work, online, worldwide. Maybe they're like a celebrity, or they just have a lot of friends, a lot of acquaintances, and they know a lot of people. But they are like a big dreamer, and I feel like this person's very well spoken. They can be really well spoken, really, really smart, really good with like people. Maybe they're like a people person, or people love them. They could be really well loved, really well received, whoever their audience is. And I think you like that about them, but it's like you're still curious, like you want to know more about them. And so maybe you've been searching, or you've been Googling, or you've been like trying to find any information like Facebook, Instagram, whatever it is that you can find. And you're trying to learn as much as you can about them because you're fascinated by them, or you're really interested, or you want to know their story, or you wish you could know them maybe personally. And maybe you kind of already have a little bit, but you want to know more. But it makes me feel like you're not, you want to know before you talk to them, or before you have more conversations with them, because you're like shy. So some of you could be a little bit shy, or a little bit timid, and like you're kind of afraid to like ask certain things. So you want to like try to find it out yourself first, so you don't have to like ask. And I think that some of you like maybe feeling a little bit weird about their popularity, or like maybe their fame, or maybe it makes you feel kind of like, I don't know, would they like me, or just like maybe how many friends they have. Maybe that is like, I don't know, kind of scary for you, because maybe you feel like they would prioritize their friends over like a relationship, or even though they're very nice with you, I think you don't question that, you don't doubt it. But I think that you're still trying to figure them out. But as you're trying to figure them out, it feels like something may happen to them, or something, they may go through something by the end of the week. Maybe they get sick, or hopefully nothing terrible happens, or like accident or anything like that. But something may happen where it like really, I don't know, puts them in a very vulnerable or uncomfortable place. And you may get very concerned because you may not hear from them for a little bit, or you may not be able to see them or talk to them, and that could maybe mess with your head. And if it's not that, if nothing does happen to them, which we hope nothing does, I think that you maybe have been thinking too much, or really too in your head, that you're starting to feel almost like insecure, or like you're not worthy of it, or like, oh, maybe they're too good for me, or like, I don't know if I'm good enough for them, I don't know if they'll like me. And you start to be like your own worst critic, and like put yourself down. And like, you don't need to do that, guys. Like, please don't do that. Don't self-sabotage. Like, nothing is ever too good to be true. No one is better, or no one is too good for someone. Like, that does not exist. And I feel like this person is just gonna like really push you to change. So they are changing right now. Maybe they are going through like a deep spiritual transformation themselves, and something in their life is changing dramatically. It's like their old self is dying, and they're coming into a new version of themselves. And I feel like you may be judging them from appearances, but there's actually a lot more to them, and this person's a lot deeper than what meets the eye. You know, more than what you see surface, or from the outside, or online, or whatever. There's a lot more to this person, and I feel like they do carry some kind of deep pain, or something that they've been through. And the moment you can see that, I feel like it'll give you more certainty that you don't have to be afraid, and you can be yourself. Because maybe some of you are dealing with a lot of anxiety, panic attacks, or stress, you know, depression, anything like that, which I know can happen during your birthday season, right? People start to like think too much, or I don't know, I guess reflect and look back. And I think you've just been really, really in your head, guys, and you don't really have to worry too much. You have someone here who's actually like a really great catch. And just because they're, even if they're famous or not, or they have a lot of friends or whatever, it doesn't mean that like you're not worthy, or it doesn't mean that, oh, you have to do more, or like anything like that. It's more just like connect with the person, talk with them, ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions. You'd be surprised. Like, there's no dumb questions. Maybe you may think, oh, I don't want to come off thirsty or desperate, but that person probably wouldn't even think of it like that. They don't see you that way at all. They probably feel very lonely, actually. They may have a lot of friends, but maybe they don't have close, deep personal connections. That is something that could be lacking in their life. Okay? But there is something difficult that's happening by the end of the week, and I think it's going to be important to work through it, because it could leave you feeling kind of stuck, and them feeling emotionally like in a rough place emotionally, whatever this could be. So, and it could be something that happens maybe not to them, but maybe to their family member or friend or something in their life, and you're kind of upset or sad because you want to be there for them, but you don't know how. It could be different scenarios, but let's dive in deeper in the extended to get more information, to see where their energy is at, what are they thinking, what are they feeling when it comes to you, what they don't want you to know that maybe you should know, and what their next action move will be towards you, and then also your advice. All right, so we'll continue on the extended. Link will be below. Hopefully I'll see you guys there. If not, I'll see you for our next reading. Take care. Bye.